gonna let y'all have it first, man. I'm gonna let y'all guys
Well,
have it
hey man,
first, cause I want.
hey, look, we need to have it first because the Steelers won again.
Yeah, and y'all
Y'all
time.
getting jumped. Y'all getting jumped over there in damn Dublin.
Hey,
Hey,
I heard. Well, listen. Hey, welcome to this. Welcome to this Hustle Society Trap Podcast. It's your boy T. How was your day? And Myron and Tony, we up here. We just chilling right now. Shoot, we coming to y'all live. It is almost October, y'all. That's crazy. October
almost.
is around the corner.
It is crazy. My daughter said she don't want to go trick or treat, man. She said all she want candy. I said, dang, you growing up for real. I
Mm.
don't know how to feel about this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's almost October, man, and we get into the meet and greet of things as far as football, NFL, college football. We seeing some teams going 0-3, 0-4, or 1-4 on 3. So hey, man, I'm gonna let y'all have it, man. Y'all already know what time it is, man. But I'm back in the building, man. And let me ask y'all a question though, for real, man. I know y'all married, right?
Yep.
I know y'all married. So, I've been watching a whole bunch of well, I'm dating, right? So I'm dating. But I've been watching a whole bunch of Killer Wife
Oh
shows.
Lord.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Dateline. Is she on the Dateline too? She watch that too?
No, it be me and my homegirls that be watching it. And they females now. They got me watching it. So I'm watching it with them. So I'm watching these killer wives, right? They playing it out. They poison you. They want to do everything to take you out for your life insurance policy that they got on you. Whatever they got on you, they want to take you out. If you're a business owner, they want to kill you, right? So I've been watching these shows. But it had me really thinking, man. I told my old lady like this. I said, man, we getting serious. If we talk about marriage, I think I need a mental evaluation done on you. I need
Oh
to
no.
know, man. Do you think I'm wrong?
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, and this is just my personal opinion, but all women got a little bit of crazy in them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's what keep us in line.
That
Man, I
that
thought about it, boy. I thought
that's
about
for
it.
sure. Yeah.
So,
Look,
Like
I get.
how you go from Are You the One TV show or The Bachelorette, and then next thing you know you watching First 48 Hours. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
first 48.
Or
Hey,
are you watching Dateline? You know, like come
I
on.
ain't what. Look, other than Killer Wives, I'm watching Cheaters, so I know how you gonna cheat.
Right.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So
We done lost a man.
yeah, we done lost them, but it's all good though. But it's been an amazing week in the NFL. I can't hear you. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. It's been an amazing. Yeah, it's been an amazing week in the NFL. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
man.
it's been a lot of ups and downs. A lot of teams that we thought were serious and for real, they turned out not to be. There's been a lot of upsets, and there's been a
Yep.
lot of injuries too. But
Oh man.
yeah,
Yes. Yeah, they was
yeah.
talking about Baltimore decimated with injuries. A lot of their
I
starters.
I saw that. I
Yeah,
saw
they.
that.
Lamar Jackson,
Yeah. Oh, is he injured now? Because I know.
Yeah,
hamstring. I thought they were saying.
hamstring,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
hamstring
He
out.
did sit out a couple of. Yeah. Yeah. So then
Those
that they.
injuries.
Huh?
No, go ahead.
No, I was saying it's not looking good for them this season right now, especially the first half.
Those hamstrings are kind of aggravating too. They're annoying. You know, you think you're better, but they can flare right back up. And
Hmm.
sometimes you can't fake those injuries because karma will come back and bite you. And
Yeah.
so we can attest to that in the Dublin Ireland game with Jalen Ramsey. And so he's another one.
Now, what,
Yeah.
what what do you think the problem is with Baltimore as far as do you think it's their defense? They can't stop nothing, or do you think the fumbles are playing a part in some of these games. What do y'all think it is about Baltimore and why they lose?
I don't think they can get that offense going. I mean, from what I've seen, it's like the offense is having a hard. I mean, having a hard time getting going. Um, well, they said it's a lot of injuries, so that definitely going to affect. If your starters ain't playing, that's going to definitely affect the outcome. So, but I always think in the back of my mind when I hear that is that they all professionals, though. I mean, I know you got your superstars, but they all are NFL players. So even if you're
Right.
not starting, you still, you still there to win.
Next man up mentality.
Yeah.
And
So
the key injuries that Baltimore has acquired has been significant. I mean, we talked about Lamar Jackson hamstring, but you have Roquan Smith. I mean, he's an excellent linebacker. I mean, he's
mhm.
out grade 2 hamstring. You got your boy Marlon Humphrey, which is that cornerback. He's ruled out calf injury. You got Nate
Roll
Wiggins, another
Tide.
cornerback. Yeah, roll tide. Another cornerback, Nate Wiggins out. Got daggone left with a shoulder injury. Ronnie Stanley suffered from an ankle. I mean, the list goes on.
Yeah,
So
that's tough. That's very tough when you got so many of them. But from what I can see, every team, ends, especially middle, close to end of the season. It's a lot of injuries.
yeah,
Right.
You
yeah,
know, so
yeah.
still got to win.
Still got to win, and
But
um,
y'all got like, hey, Baltimore got like Derrick Henry. They got
Yeah,
like Lamar Jackson's.
right.
What's the tight end name?
they have a few tight
No,
ends.
the tight end that last year that I guess dropped the
He
ball.
dropped the
What
ball. Yeah.
is that? Edwards? Like who is that?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, matter of fact, they were supposed to went to the Super Bowl with that. Let me see.
I can't
I
think of
forgot
his
his
name.
name.
I want to say
Andrews, Mark
Andrews.
Andrews.
Okay, yeah, Mark Andrews.
Yeah, Mark
But
Andrews. Yeah.
yeah, Mark Andrews. I mean, do y'all think they missing another key piece over there? I mean, who else they got over there
I mean,
as
Baltimore.
far as receiver?
You still have Zay Flowers, Zay. You still have D Hop. They have what's the guy from Clemson? Shoot, I
I
forgot
don't
his
know
name.
his name.
I forgot the guy name, but I mean they have weapons. They have weapons and they have tight ends.
Right.
So I don't think there's anything missing. I just think that these injuries that happen, man, they come at bad times, and it's about how you work around those injuries. That's why it's important for as an athlete, man. You know that like you have to take care of your bodies during the off season, and you can't.
Right.
Yeah,
Conditioner.
and yeah, and so you can't predict that stuff, but at the end of the day, it's always about okay, injuries is a part of the game, and what we do when we have those adversities. I the rotational pieces that come in behind the corner, like because Hamlin, he's a good corner.
Right.
There's a lot that's missing in Baltimore. They're a talented team. I projected them to come out of the AFC North as number one, but the way things look, I'm starting to see something totally different, and we're gonna get into that. That's coming out of the AFC North
Mhm.
right now. But yeah, what you got in college? Real quick, we want to kind of like speed this up. What key games that happened last week that you want to talk about? Hustle.
Well, I mean, it's a couple key games, man. Y'all already know what time it is when it comes to hustle to that college football, man. You already know I'm gonna give y'all the rundown. I'm gonna give y'all the top 25. I'm gonna give y'all the top games. And I'm gonna give you my picks for the week. But some games that we are gonna talk about, we're gonna talk about that Florida State and that Virginia game, which it was a major upset in there. And you know what's so crazy was 'cause my homegirl, she's a big Florida State fan, and she was telling me like, yo, we about to kill this. But when I seen you when you had two of your running backs that was out, your top running backs that was out for that game, and she was saying like, yo, Virginia said they was gonna beat us. When I start watching that game, and I just start seeing the gameplay of what Virginia was delivering in that game, I'm like, yo, Florida State about to get beat, yo. And I actually called you that
Yeah,
same
you
night
did.
when that
Yeah.
game was going on. That was Friday when we talking about this game, man. And the thing about Florida State, I think they started running some kind of plays that I felt like they knew who they was going to as far as the receivers, because they kept hitting the same receiver the whole game. Also at the same time, underneath passes, it just seemed like a high school game to me, to be honest, that Florida State offense. But the quarterback for Florida State came out with like what 254 yards in that game. The rushing leader of that game was Taylor with 99 yards, and receiving yards was Deuce Robinson with 147 yards. But that was a major upset in overtime. Virginia 46 to Florida State 38 in two overtimes, right? Um, I got some other games I do want to talk about. I mean, we got Oregon and Penn State in the all white out game up there in Penn State. My thing about Franklin is it's hard for you to beat a top ranked team, and you haven't beat a top ranked team. And then when you go all white, you white it out. You got Oregon coming to Penn State. You get what I'm saying? You got Lanning coming to Penn State. You got the Duck coming to Penn State. You got that Dante Moore coming to Penn State, and that's a freshman. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of people criticize that quarterback from Penn State because they feel like he's not the answer. He threw an interception in that overtime, which is so crazy because we got a couple overtimes this week in college football. But Oregon pulled it out in overtime, 38 to 24. Dante Moore, 248 yards, 82 rushing yards for Hill Jr. And for Moore, he had 89 yards, right? So another upset that unfolded, and I called this game. I think me and you went live on this game right here, right? We was on TikTok live. We didn't go live, but we was on TikTok live, and I think I talked about this game when I called Ole Miss over LSU.
Yeah.
I called that game because I felt like Ole Miss can even. I don't know that quarterback for Ole Miss, their starting quarterback is out, but that backup that they got in there, man, he's getting off. I call him Bliss, but he's getting off. But yeah, they beat LSU, man. That score was like 24-19. I think it was a defensive stop that won the game, or it was like a drive. No, I think it was like a drive that Ole Miss made to beat LSU in that game, man. But to be honest with you, lots of people talking about Gus Nussmeier, and you know me when I talk about these quarterbacks. I ain't no quarterback whisper, but when I do talk about these quarterbacks, I talk about a lot of stuff, man. As far as what I see from Gus Nussmeier, Gunnar Stockton, we can even talk about, shout out to that the guy that follows us on Hustle Society Trap Podcast on TikTok. I think his name is King of the Dot. He asked me, he said, yo, man, what do you think Texas, is finally opening up with their weapons with Archie Manning? And I said, well, you got to play a complete team, which Texas haven't played a complete team since they played Ohio State. So with me giving that judgment, I couldn't give that judgment now because he really haven't showed me nothing as far as it being like Arch Manning is that guy. Right now, I'm kind of just stuck on the fact that A, let you grow, because I think you going off of pretty much nepotism. You know what I'm saying? You going off a generation name, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know the Mannings, but
Right.
hey, but it's just like I might catch some heat from this, but like I said before, like it's kind of hard for you to be at a 2A school and be like I'm a 5-star at a 2A school when you ain't playing against no 7A school. You get what I'm saying? So are you truly a 5-star?
Are you
If you
truly
only
that?
play
Yeah.
against 2 stars. I mean, am I tripping? Let me
No,
know.
no, 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 no. I mean, that's a legit evaluation, right? I mean, it makes sense, right?
I mean, because if I'm a 2A and I'm playing against 2A teams or 3A teams, I'm not taking nothing away from the players, but
No.
like, how can I say, can you compete against a 7A? You know what I'm saying? Not saying that you can't, you probably can,
Right.
but it's a big difference of
It's a
talent.
difference.
You know what I'm saying? Talent wise in high school. So, but you know, to that guy, man, King of the Dot guy. Hey man, check this out. I don't know, but it's gonna show when you play Florida this week, Texas, because my thing is I don't know what's going on with the coaching staff, Napier. You need to get it right, but I don't know what's going on. But at the end of the day, when I look at it and I look at Florida and Texas, I think Texas might got more offensive power than Florida, but that defense of Texas is straight fire, and that defense of Florida is straight fire. And when I say that, because you got to think, but when you watch that defense of Florida play against that offense of Miami against Beck, they held Beck to 160 yards, my brother. You get what I'm saying? If I'm breaking it down, you know. But yeah, guys. But I mean, I got more, man. I can keep talking. I don't know. Y'all want to swap it up, or y'all want me
No,
to keep going?
yeah, we're gonna pivot to the NFL, but let's get your opinion on the game of the week. And everybody was talking about it, even guys in my job talking about it. I had people at work talking about the Miami the Georgia Alabama game, the
Okay,
Crimson
okay, okay.
Tide and the Georgia Bulldogs game.
Okay. Okay, so check this out, right? If I'm going to stay on college, let me go ahead and finish up real quick, and then I'm gonna hop into that game. Then, all right. So it's a couple games that I do want to talk about before I get to that Georgia Alabama, right? Since we on this college, I want to talk about the Texas A&M and the Auburn game. I think what we seeing from Reed at Texas A&M is phenomenal. Do we start thinking about Heisman talk with him from Texas A&M if they can keep that going? Auburn, look, check this out, Auburn. Jackson Arnold is not the answer. Hughes Freeze is not the answer. Y'all got offensive weapons as far as the running backs and the receivers. Defense need a little work on it, but I don't think that's the answer. But yo, shout out to Texas A&M guys. Also shout out to Tennessee. I'm worried about Tennessee when we play them guys. But let's go ahead and get into this next one before I hop in the top 25 and my picks of the week for this week coming up. Let's talk about that Alabama and Georgia game. That game right there, man. Look, let me say this right. Roll Tide all day long. Roll Tide all day long. Hey man, you already know what time it is. It's the 334. It's the dot. It's dope than checking in. But shout out to Georgia, right? Georgia held us to 0 points in that second half. They held us to 0 points in that second half. One thing I do want to say, that that stables of running backs that y'all got over there in Georgia is a good mix, because when you think about Bowers, when you think about McCray's the big guy. They use him down there in the goal line. Then you got was Bowens or Bowers? I can't think of his name, but he's taking off. Matter of fact, I might have it right here. Yeah, Bowens. Shout out to Chauncey Bowens. He had 119 yards in that game, bro. Number 33. He was breaking. He was eating. Then you had the starting running back eating. Then you had McCray coming in eating. Defensive wise, over in Georgia, I think y'all made some key plays to keep us settled in that second half, but we ate y'all up in that first half. Dumb play from the defensive back player that jumped on that pal to give us the first down.
Number one, yeah, that
Yeah,
was it was all emotion. But
yeah.
yeah.
So, but as far as Alabama, man, we didn't put so much rushing yards on the ground that game. But what I liked from what I seen, y'all was consistent. The coaches was consistent with that run. We didn't shy away from that run.
That's right.
Ty Simpson, hell of a game. 276 yards.
Very impressive.
I don't have your completions yet, but from what we've seen from that game was great game management. We held that ball for so long. And where we beat Georgia at was we could completed lots of our third down conversions. Georgia couldn't complete lots of the third down conversions, but we did. and stuff like that. I can see that we need to make a couple adjustments on our defense or us not being able to tackle because we shouldn't have gave up that much rushing yards in that game. I think Georgia came out of that game like 200 something rushing yards. So we shouldn't give up that much rushing yards, guys. I think we need to polish that up, fix that up. Drop passes. Ryan Williams, I need you to catch them passes. When I need you to block, I need you to block. And shout out to the coaches because I seen that Ryan Williams wasn't in that game a lot in that second half. I mean, well, the first half. Well, I think it was the first half or the second half between halftime. But he started doing what he had to do, and he came back in, and we did what we did. Shout out to Caden Proctor too, man. Hey, man, I ain't never seen a big guy
That's
catch
a
that
big
ball on
man.
that
That's a big
sideline.
that lineman was huge. And the way
Right,
he had some hands, and
right,
he took that sideline. That was his. You don't want to get in
right.
front of that guy at all. He gonna run you down.
And the way he dove, that
Yeah,
that was the key. That was
yeah,
the key.
yeah.
But you know what's so crazy, man? And for them to do that and swap it up, that reminds me of that Eagles play. They act like they were gonna do the tush push, but they swung it out to the running back to go score. Did y'all see that this
Saw the
past
highlight. I
weekend?
saw the highlight.
So is
Yeah.
that a different version of the tush push?
No, I mean you talk about what they
Hey,
did.
push.
You talk about the Eagles or what?
Yeah, right.
Man, they lined up like they were gonna do the tush push, but sw- it hit a sweep with the running back.
Audible, baby.
Yeah,
Philadelphia's in their bag.
killed it, man. Killed it. But hey, man, look, check this out, man. Look, all right, how I'm gonna do it? I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Let's go into the next week so I can hurry up and we can hop into the NFL because I know it's getting late, guys. Um, but the rankings, man, I think they're gonna change pretty much after next week, man. I think it's gonna be some good games coming up next week. You got Georgia at Kentucky. I'm gonna take Georgia versus Kentucky, man, to be in that game for real. I see Gunner Stockton stepping into his bag, the running backs, the quarterbacks, they gonna bounce back. They gonna be mad about that game. So I can see something really jumping off. Let's see what some other good games I wanna pick. Oh, Texas versus Florida. Whew. I don't want to take Florida because of the lag way. I don't know what's going on the offensive side, but I know that defensive side of the ball of Florida probably can maintain and rattle Manning. But I don't want to count Texas defense out.
Right. They stay
So I'll be a fool to count go against Florida, and I feel like I'm probably gonna lose this one because I think Florida might upset Texas because they just what I'm saying ain't winning nothing right now. But I'm gonna take Texas in that one. Um, I got Alabama versus Vanderbilt. Check this out. Vanderbilt beat us last year. They beat us last year. Tal Simpson is playing a great game. We're getting the ball out to all my receivers and tight ends. We got a stable of running backs. I think our defense get it right. I'm taking Alabama over Vanderbilt. Let me see what we got, guys. That's some of my top picks. Okay. Now we got Miami at Florida State. Mm, this is tricky.
Yeah.
This
I
is
like
tricky.
Miami. I like Miami in this one.
But I like Florida State too. I think Florida State got something to prove. I think Florida State got something to prove. Um, I don't know if they're both of their running backs or will be back this game. I'm taking Florida State over Miami. I'm taking Florida State over Miami. Um, yeah, guys. So that's pretty much my picks. I do want to give y'all a rundown of the rankings, and then I'm gonna let y'all have it on the NFL side, man. But we got top 25. We got Ohio State number one, number two Oregon. Now, ain't Oregon in the Big Ten with Ohio State?
Ohio State is in the Big Ten. Let me see if Oregon's in the Big Ten. Hold on. I want to say yeah.
I want to say yeah, but if I'm wrong, guys, um, we'll figure it out. But I would say, I see Oregon and Ohio State playing. Miami might get a shake up this week if Florida State beat them. Then you got Ole Miss, Texas A&M, all the SEC playing against each other. So I think a lot of them are going to be knocked out guys. So with the top 25, give it about another week or two. I think the top five are going to change. The top five is Ohio State. Number two is Oregon. Number three is Miami. Number four is Ole Miss. Number five is Oklahoma, right? The number six is Texas A&M. Number seven is Penn State. Number eight is Indiana. Number nine is Texas, and number 10 is Alabama. So y'all guys pay attention. We got some SEC schools outside of that that's in the top 15. So, but other than that, guys, man, I'm done, man. Roll Tide all day long. Checking those game checkers in their picks. Do your parlays. Go on Underdog, Prize Pick, FanDuel. I don't care what you get on there, guys. But yeah, man, I'm gonna let y'all have it.
And yeah, Oregon is in the Big Ten. So you're right about that. Yeah, it is.
So
yeah.
So it's gonna be some shake up, man. Between Ole Miss, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, Texas, Alabama, Georgia, LSU, Tennessee. It's gonna be some shake up. I think there's gonna be some teams that we don't recognize in that top 12 teams.
That's gonna come out, yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
It's been interesting though. It's been an interesting week in college. It's definitely been an interesting week in the NFL. And for the first time in a while, the Steelers. I want to pivot over to the AFC North. They took a trip to Dublin, Ireland, and they played the Minnesota Vikings. And so two teams that were 2-1 coming into that game. Both teams are defensive-led teams. Brian Flores used to be a defensive coordinator for the Steelers, and we let him go. A lot of Yenzers and a lot of Steelers fans are kind of upset with that because he's been at Minnesota and he's been nothing but a fantastic defensive coordinator. Brian Flores would show exotic defenses, disguise, and all that stuff that Minnesota defense has shown in the past few years. Well, so, but yeah, let's talk about the Dublin game, and we're gonna talk about the Dallas Cowboys game and the Green Bay Packers game too. So, Tony, you wanna take this one?
So I didn't get to see the whole game, the Steelers game. I was out of town and I didn't get to see it because it came on before I thought it would. I didn't know it was an early game.
Yeah.
So it was closing down by the time I watched it. So, but I mean, I did watch a lot of highlights, and I mean, I was happy with the outcome. But actually, what I really wanted to talk about on the Steelers game is I was looking at a lot of the comments, people criticizing Mike Tomlin, right? And I said to myself, he can't win. If he lose, they want to fire him. If he win, they still want to fire him.
Yeah. I don't know why he's always constantly getting hate. Like
I mean, sometimes I think excellence drives anger and hate.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, my thing is and everybody knows, anybody who actually takes the NFL seriously knows how tough it is to win in the league, period.
That's true.
So if you winning, even if it's ugly, you still won. That's
right.
How I look at it. So they need to, let them lose first before you criticize them so much.
Right. Let us have a season underneath 500, and then we can start that change.
It happened yet, so, but he don't get no credit for that. But back to the game itself, what I did see of the game, I thought it was good. I mean, I know it was some judgment calls that people were criticizing, but I mean, overall, they got the W, and that's what I care about.
That's true.
True. I don't have a lot of details because I didn't see the whole game. But so, what did you think of the game?
Well, imagine waking up at 10 o'clock on Sunday. I normally sleep Sundays in, to be honest with you, it's the weekend.
Yeah.
I woke up, it was like 9:50, 9:52. And I'm like, oh, they playing. It was a 9:30 game. So
Right.
9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I turn it on and my wife is asleep. She's beside me, she's asleep. I turn it on and it was the play where Aaron Rodgers threw a slant to DK Metcalf and he took it 80
Down.
yards to touchdown.
Yeah, I did see
I
that.
woke my wife up. Yeah, I'm just loud. She woke up. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? That was an exciting moment.
I can't hear y'all.
Oh man, for real.
Really?
I
Oh, he,
can't hear y'all.
yeah,
I
he
can't
he
hear
can he can
y'all.
hear he can hear us. He can hear us.
We're
Hold
gonna have to
on,
He
hold
have
can hear.
on.
sign. We're gonna have to start create our own sign language for.
Yeah, yeah,
We're gonna have to have one that say log off.
right.
Hello?
Oh,
I hear
no,
you.
no, no. You good? You weren't supposed to hear that. Can you hear us now? Yo, can you hear us now?
I don't think so.
I don't think you can. Can you hear us now?
I can't hear y'all.
Wow.
All right, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
That so that
It
whole
is
that
what it
whole
is. I can't hear you.
yeah
But
that
keep going. Keep going. Keep
yeah
going.
that scenario of him taking it 80 yards is something that we wanted to see out of DK Metcalf. We paid
Right.
him a hefty price to be our wide receiver one, and that's the production that we were waiting for.
Right.
The first two games, we didn't really get that out of him. But I think a lot of it was on our offensive line to give Aaron Rodgers some time to make his progressions and stuff, and hit his receivers. But the reason why that game was successful, from what I saw, was we went to 13 personnel. We used our we used our tight ends to
Yeah.
actually be out there and block to help the run game.
Yeah.
We even brought in an extra lineman too. Shout out to Kenny Anderson. So we went, I mean, bully ball. That's exactly what it looked like. And the media kept hyping up Brian Flores and his defense, and Minnesota, they gonna do this, they gonna blitz Aaron Rodgers and
Yeah.
da 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 da. And it was
Didn't
none of
happen.
that. It didn't
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
Bully ball from the line of scrimmage. I like the way our offensive line held up. There was a first play of the game. Aaron Rodgers did get sacked. Uh, um, Isaac Malu allowed that sack, but after that, I guess they cleaned everything up. Offensive line, they pretty much picked up on the blitzes, exotic blitzes at top. On top of that, and shout out to Broderick Jones. I know everybody gets some slack, and he's a Georgia Bulldog, but shout out to him. He recovered a fumble from Aaron Rodgers because Aaron Rodgers decided that he wanted to run, and he got a first down, and then he dropped the ball. Broderick Jones was right behind him, picked it up, and
Mhm.
then boom, we in the red zone. Um, so that game said a lot for the Steelers fans. It said a lot about Mike Tomlin. It says a lot about the coaching because
Yeah.
Tony, we always criticize the coaching. We always
Right.
criticize, and
Yeah.
rightfully so.
Yeah. I mean, they should get criticism. However, you know, somebody has to realize these are, like I say, all professionals, and it's very competitive. I mean, that's why you have 0-4 teams, is because it's not easy. I mean, you could have one bad play and that's it.
Yeah,
So the whole game's over in one bad play. So I mean, you can't blame that on coaches. You can't blame people dropping balls on coaches,
no,
people missing assignments on coaches. You know, uh, that's just a part of I think practice, mental. Your mental has to be right when you're in the game, and it's just that I think we sometimes are overly critical for no reason.
yeah.
Um,
No, and
so
these professional athletes get paid millions of dollars, and so
yeah,
coaching has nothing to do with ball security. That's something that you
that's
should
right,
learn in Pee Wee, or when you played in Pee Wee or what.
right.
So No, I totally understand. I get it. But as far as what I saw when I took out of that game, there was a lot to digest out of that game. That game meant a whole lot to not just the Rooneys, but to Art Rooney as well. He
Yeah.
was an ambassador of Ireland through
Oh,
Barack
okay.
Obama. President Barack Obama made him ambassador, and
Okay.
so that meant a whole lot to the Rooneys. That meant a whole lot to Still a Nation, and they went and they got the dub. They got the win.
Right.
They Some people would say we let the foot off the gas towards the end,
Yeah.
because the game was over a long time ago. It was over in the third quarter, you
Right.
know. But our defense stepped up a whole lot too. I was very proud of the blitzes, the blitz packages, and the Russian Carson Wentz.
Mm.
Carson Wentz, I mean, I think it was like 6 sacks. And not just TJ getting the sack, it was Derek Harmon, the guy that our first round draft pick, Derek
Okay.
Harmon
Yeah.
out of Oregon, got a sack. We got Nick Herbert, he got a sack. So it was a committee that caused that game to be what it was, and it
Yeah.
was it was an eye opener. It gives me hope that we are contenders. I
Yeah.
can actually see that being the case because minutes before the game, we found out that Jalen Warren wasn't playing. He had a knee injury.
Right. Yeah.
And
But
so,
the backup stepped up from
yeah,
what I saw. Yeah.
yeah,
What's his
yeah,
name? Game? Was that Gainwell?
yeah.
Yeah.
Kenny
Yeah.
G. Kenny G did his thing. Yeah,
Stepped up.
yeah. And that's experience because he won a Super Bowl in Philadelphia. So we
Oh
have,
man, I didn't even put that together, man.
yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
Okay.
And so Tony,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know how Myron just took you right out the frame.
Yeah. I know. But I know he adapted.
Okay. So yeah, so
Can you
Kenneth
hear us,
Gar-
Myron?
can you hear us? No, he can't.
Yes.
I can't hear y'all.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm just here.
okay, that's fine.
I just-
But Kenneth Gainwell, you know,
You see?
Ken, Kenneth Gain, and see them Cowboy fans. And we gonna get to them Cowboys too.
Yeah, we need to get there because
Yeah.
this guy, he is not seeing, he's not seeing the writing on the wall apparently.
No, at all. He's oblivious of everything that we talking about, and he got enough to show that Cowboys.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and that's the typical top Cowboys fan, though,
Yeah, I
man.
know.
They're going
And
through a lot.
the Commanders, saying
Yeah, yeah,
denial.
yeah. Denial. Speaking of the AFC East, I said AFC, the NFC East. Surprising win against the Chargers. The New York Giants beat the Chargers, which
Oh,
was surprising.
who was starting? Who's
Well, they
oh,
benched Russell Wilson.
yeah, that's what I was about to say. Who's playing? Let's see. Oh,
Jackson Dart from Ole Miss, the
okay.
quarterback from Ole Miss. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And they beat the Chargers. The Chargers came in that game undefeated.
Mm.
So
That's awesome.
yeah, so Cowboys got something to look. They got something to worry about now.
You know what? I really wanted to talk to Myron about Caleb Williams in Chicago because
Yeah,
they won again.
they did. They did.
So that's that because he was he had a long statement about him a couple of shows ago. So I just want to know what he think about him now.
Yeah, he's probably gonna say he trash.
Yeah, but I mean, if you winning, that's what I always say. Call me trash as long as I'm winning.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's
So
for sure. I hate to make this into a still a show though, but
yeah, I mean, I'm with it.
But at the end of the day, a lot of positives came out that Dublin game. Now we got a bye
Yeah,
week. Some people will say this week is a little too early to have a bye. I think it's right on time.
yeah, I think so
We
too.
had some key injuries this
Yeah,
past week. So you know that our wide receiver too, Calvin Austin the third,
he got hurt.
he's injured. He's
Oh, I
gonna
didn't
probably be out
know.
for a few weeks. Something with his chest. He got hit. He got hit
Oh,
hard in sternum or something like that and messed him up a little bit. So, but
mm,
he said, he said he'll be all right. But only time will tell. I'll say he'll be out a couple of weeks. But this bye week is crucial. You know what happened to Jalen Ramsey. The funny thing about Jalen Ramsey was he recovered a fumble and then he faked as he was having a hamstring going into the end zone. And then later on that game, he actually had a hamstring.
damn. Hey,
So, yeah,
can't do
talk
that
about
apparently.
karma.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can't do that.
You can't do that. Yeah.
No.
So Jalen is out, and we still worrying about not worrying. We still waiting on Jalen Warren.
Mm-hmm.
His knee. So I think it's important that we have this
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Sorry.
Alex
Mhm.
Highsmith,
Yeah,
he's still injured too. So,
yeah.
but I think it's important. But my main thing is this: I can care less about these injuries. Let's
Right.
talk about the AFC North as a whole division right now. Let's
Yeah,
talk about these teams that we thought were contenders. That
yeah.
that
Not so
that
much.
yeah, right.
Not so
Now
much.
it really is. Now, does it now can 11 wins like look, I'm not hyping up any Steelers fans. I'm not hyping up the team at all because we have to stay level headed, Tony, because
Right, of
we can
course.
ride here
No,
and
can't
then
brag until the Super Bowl.
right. But you know how we are. We get excited when we see things, but
Yeah,
I'm almost there to the point where I gotta kind of like level off because it still is the Steelers, right?
yeah.
Because sometimes we play down to our competition.
And I hate
But
that, but we do.
we do.
Yeah.
But the way that the AFC North looks right now, you have the
Oh,
Cleveland Browns.
one
They
and
wanted what?
three.
Yeah. Then
Baltimore
you
1-3.
1-3. Then you
Cincinnati
have
2.
the Bengals 2-2, which they have no quarterback.
Right.
They look horrible. They couldn't even score a touchdown last night.
Right.
You lose 28-3.
Yeah.
Like that's bad.
So they still don't want to put Shador in?
I'm not for sure. I think Shador. I think they need to either do your boy Gabriel, have them start before they let Shador start. But I don't see Flacco getting any more touches, man. I
Oh,
don't see
really?
Joe. Yeah, I don't
You
see
think
Joe
it's
being.
you think it's curtains for him?
Yeah, the way things looking and how these Cleveland fans they just want to win something, and how his
Mm-hmm.
last performance was last week. Yeah, I don't think. I think it's a wrap for Joe Flacco.
Oh,
I just really do. They want to probably try Dylan Gabriel and see how he work out,
mm-hmm.
and then go from there, and then Shador.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, you
yeah,
got to keep him in there in case Grant will get hurt.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, our division is looking good. For now, we'll see. We'll see in about, I'll say, 3 more games. What we'll reevaluate that and see. Because right now, I mean, I could see Baltimore coming back. I could see them coming back. Doing better down the line once they get some of their players back.
yeah.
Um, Cincinnati, I'm not quite sure. I haven't actually watched the Cincinnati game yet, so I don't know what they're, potentially what they can do.
They have no defense.
No
They only
defense.
have they only have wide receivers. They have
Uh,
T. Higgins and they have Jamar Chase.
yeah,
They
well, that's 2 good receivers.
two good receivers that Joe Burrow advocated for them to get paid, and they did get paid a
Mhm.
handsome amount of money. But
Right,
at the end of the day, they haven't spent any money on their defense at all. I
right.
mean, the game that they played against the Minnesota Vikings,
Uh
you
huh.
saw how many points Minnesota put up on them.
Mhm.
Minnesota put up 40 some points. They scored 42-18
Mm.
against the Bengals, and then they come to Dublin and they lose against us.
Yeah.
So what does that tell you?
Well, I mean, but that says a lot about the Steelers too.
Exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
you made a really important point. You said we play to the level of our competition, and if I had, and I don't really criticize Mike Tomlin. Really, I feel like he's doing the best he can. But I will say that mentality has to change
It has to.
because
100%.
that mentality has to change because if you think about the teams that when they put whoop ass on you, they do it. Like the Lions,
Yes. Yeah.
you gotta have
Yes.
a killer instinct. You can't go in
You
there
can't take your
and
foot off the gas. Not with
no,
that. Not with
no,
those teams.
because
Uh,
yeah, because when you got a good game going, you got to keep that motivation for the next game.
absolutely.
Winning is not just to me it's all mental. So if you win by 3, the next game you might win by 3, then the next game you might lose by 3.
Yeah.
But if you win by 20, in your mind that confidence is through the roof.
Yeah, and I think I think us going to a 13 personnel package against the Minnesota Vikings helped out the mental psyche of their young offensive line. Having an
Mhm.
extra lineman in there gave them confidence, and I hope that the next game after our bye week we're playing against Cleveland, which they ain't nobody like for real.
Yeah, but
Um,
playing
but
to the
again,
level
We gonna
again,
whoop
again,
that ass.
exactly,
that
exactly.
do that, we got to go in there and act like they in high school. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
but I feel like doing that, the offensive line can actually see success in the run game, and that's gonna be very helpful towards the end of the season.
Oh yeah, now so sorry. Now he's back. I gotta ask him.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Can
he's
can
back
y'all
on
hear
now.
me?
Yeah,
So what
Can
up?
y'all hear me?
What's up?
yeah,
Yeah.
we can hear you. We can hear you.
Oh, okay. I'm about to
So
talk
Go
shit.
so
ahead.
I remember I was telling James a couple of weeks ago we was talking about Caleb Williams. So they done won a few games now. So what are you saying now?
Still trash.
I
I
knew
told,
you
didn't I
was
tell you?
gonna say
I
that.
Still
told you.
trash.
I told you that was
Still
my
You
trash.
told
exact
me you was
words.
gonna
I
say
know my cousin. I
that.
told you. I
Trash.
told you. Don't ask him that question no more. But back to what we were saying. I knew he was gonna say that. Oh, so that helps out. That helps out the
Trash.
offensive line. That
Right.
helps out their mental. And what I liked about that game was they allowed Caleb Johnson to get some snaps. Now
Mhm.
you know that rookie's had a hard few games with the special teams play. He was our kickoff return guy. We stripped him of that, and so I was concerned that that was going to hurt his mental being a
Right.
rookie and being under those lights. But he got a couple of touches. I think he had one rush for 9 yards,
Mhm.
9 yards. So I think that helped out a lot. That's something that I like to see.
Y'all
Yeah.
talking
But
about the Steelers?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey, don't y'all got Gainwell?
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
I like Gainwell.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gainwell was
I liked him when he
serious.
was at the Eagles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just reminded me of that because I don't know how I missed that, but yeah, he reminded me. James reminded me of that.
Yeah, because it
Uh,
didn't click till I see him run that ball.
yeah.
Hold on. I was out, so I couldn't really just hear all the games I was talking about.
Mhm.
But let's talk about that injury with Tyreek Hill and neighbors, man, with the Giants.
Malik
Shout out to
Neighbors did
Dart.
get
Shout out to Dart.
yeah. We talked about the Giants
Oh yeah, I
briefly.
did.
Yeah,
Just
because
briefly.
I said that they will be some with Jackson Dart. I think there will be some competition for the Cowboys. To be honest with you, the team seem like they know how to rally behind him. That who's that running back? Jigaboo, that white guy. Jigaboo,
Scatterboo.
Scatterboo.
He came from
He,
Arizona State.
okay, yeah, he's nice. I like him. I like Dexter Lawrence. They
You know,
call him Sexy Dexy.
but you know
Um,
what though? Scatterboo. Lots of people like we gotta give it up to Scatterboo because he showed out when he was at Arizona State last year,
uh,
in the playoffs. physical running back, not
Yeah, he
never
is.
giving up. I think that's a good mixture for the Giants, man. But yeah, I'm gonna let y'all have it. I'm gonna let y'all keep talking.
Oh, we gonna get to your
No, no,
Cowboys.
no,
Don't
yes,
worry about that.
I
We
want to
can
say, I
we
I
want
don't
get to
got
the
all that. I
Cowboys.
got a curfew.
We got and then
I got
you better keep that camera feed on too.
That's
All
I
right,
right.
got I
Now
so
got
we
I
don't
got
want to be
date
so much.
night.
I
you
can't
got
hear you. I can't hear you.
yeah,
I can hear
okay.
y'all.
We get to them. He said he got a date night. Um, but back to the Steelers. Yeah. So I think it's important to know that I kind of got a glimpse of how Arthur Smith wants to run this offense. To be honest with you, because we have these tight ends that we need to use, because we picked up Darnell Washington out of Georgia. I mean he's a freak, man. This dude is 6'7" and almost 300 some pounds, a tight end. Because we have Jonnu Smith coming from Miami, another tight end that played under Arthur Smith and Pat Firemouth. I mean, and then not only that, DK Metcalf, he has a body type as a tight end. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
So
that's a big dude.
yeah, I mean, so I'm kind of getting a glimpse of what Arthur Smith want the team to be like to going in towards the later part of this season. Smash mouth 13 personnel, sometimes 12 personnel, bully ball, playing the line of scrimmage. Let's run this thing. You see what I'm saying? And if not, play action, boom, because we got the height. You know what I'm saying? And you can't stop that when it comes down to when it gets cold. You know what I'm saying, in December and stuff like that. And these guys don't want to be blocking, like talking about it. And you imagine you trying to block a goddamn guy bigger than Shaq at the line of script. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Yeah,
what we got right now. That's
yeah,
what we have. So we need to, utilize that. So shout out to the Steelers. Shout out to that game. I know it might be a little too much, but at the end of the day, I'm liking what I'm seeing.
yeah.
All right, so we're gonna pivot over to Arlington. It was a good game. Yeah, good game in Arlington, man. Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. Michael Parsons is back home, and he got a great reception from the fans. I was quite surprised. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, I mean, you got to think about it. We mess with Parsons, man. It is Jared Jones. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I don't know. Jesus, he should have been caught up in the rapture. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna say what nobody else want to say. He should have been caught up in that rapture, man. But
That didn't
then
happen.
trying to act like he did something at the end of the game, nigga. Like we didn't even win. We
Hey,
didn't even
listen,
win.
I kept saying the
But
cameras cut.
tell you the truth, I can't even talk about the game. That's why I'll keep rambling because I went to sleep. I ain't even watch the game.
Oh, you over it.
Listen to me. The
I watched
cameraman
the
kept
game,
cutting.
yo.
They kept cutting the camera to the press box where Jerry Jones sit, and it was like 38 to 38 or something like that. And Jerry Jones just, I mean, he trembled. I mean, like I've never seen somebody so scared in my life on TV. I mean, he had a nervous breakdown. I think this is my opinion. I thought maybe he was more concerned about what if the Cowboys lose, right? And how everybody's going to say, "See, I told you you should have kept Michael Parsons." Maybe that
Hell,
was
we
on that.
didn't win.
Well, Green Bay didn't win neither.
But see, my thing is, you knew you messed up regardless, Jerry Jones. Man, come on, like you've been a problem ever since the start of it. I mean, it was a problem with you and Jimmy Jones. That's why we said we could have had multiple Super Bowls after that. You get what I'm saying? But Jerry Jones, he's in the way. This is my thing. I don't wish death on nobody. I don't wish nobody to get sick or nothing. But it's time for you to step aside. You know what I mean? It's time for you to step to the side and let other people figure this out. Because yeah, I like Williams, but we could have had Derrick Henry. We
Yeah,
could have had Derrick Henry. You know what I'm saying? We got okay. You know what? I forgive him about the Cooper trade because we got Pickens, and
Pickens
so I
showed
think
off
that's a
that
balance,
attitude. Pickens
huh?
did well. Pickens showed
Yes,
off.
but see,
Yeah,
that's
he
the
still
thing.
had
I
100
need that.
for
Turpin
receiving.
too. Turpin too. I was able to catch highlights, guys. Man, I think I was so tired and drained from going to a football game Saturday morning to watching all the games Saturday, then had to turn around watch it Sunday. I just tapped out. I ain't gonna hold you. My homeboy hit me up. He was like, "Yo, did you catch the game?" I said, "Nah, I went to sleep." He said, "Boy, you missed it." Shout out to Dak, cause Dak was getting off, and shout
Yeah,
out to
they
Michael
said
Parsons too, because Michael Parsons did
319
get a sack.
passing yards.
You said what? What you say, Tony?
Dak had 319 passing yards.
Yeah,
What? Are you
yeah,
serious?
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And shout
That's
out to Parsons too.
It ain't
You
him.
know, and you seen the love at the end of the game with Parsons and the Cowboys, man. You know what that was. You get what I'm
yeah. That
saying?
was a shot
You
at. That was a shot at Jeremy.
Jones,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know what time that was, man. We don't got nothing else to talk about. Jerry Jones, you messing me up. You need to get out the way. I don't know what you need to do. You need to go fishing. I don't know. You go search for some gold teeth. I don't know. Go get some old. I don't know. It's time for you to step to the side. But I didn't catch that game. I did catch a little bit of y'all game, and I did catch that Dolphins game. Shout out to the Dolphins by Tyreek Hill. That injury is ugly. Um, that's I let y'all guys have the NFL because I missed it this week, guys. I'm just happy to be back up here so y'all can hear me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but who my outside of outside the Steelers, my the Lions is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Lions
like
is
that.
dope.
They that one game they lost, it lit a fire under them because they back to last year's play.
You know why?
Why?
Because y'all got nothing but Alabama boys over there.
Is that what it is?
Think about it. Think about it.
That is kind of true. They
Think
do.
about it.
That is true.
Look at the roster.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have
Y'all
to do
recruiting
that.
wrong side.
Wow.
Yes.
Because y'all, what, Lions got what? Branch and Arnold on the defensive side, if I ain't mistaken. And then you got Gibbs,
Gibbs,
Williams.
Jameer, and all the
Yeah.
and Williams.
Yeah. I want to tell you who I like though. Outside, I do like the Lions outside of the Cowboys, but I speak highly of these other boys that I really like. It's the Chargers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like the Chargers, bro. I think Chargers gonna be dope, guys. I really do.
You
Man,
know
I
they took
missed
the
it.
L. They took an L against the Giants, though. Giants, Jackson Dart, Giants beat them. So that was the first loss of the season.
Hey, and I know I'm off subject, man, but I'm watching the Alabama Georgia game again. It just popped up. I swear, I promise, it just popped up since you was on the phone. But it made me think of, Arkansas fired their coach, Pittman. They fired him, and they fired lots of them coaches over there in Arkansas. And I wonder how Arkansas gonna do for the rest of the season, guys. Man, there's lots of people on that hot seat, man. But yeah, man, it just made me think about it, man, because I missed that one in college.
Why did they fire him?
I mean, his record, I think his record was like 34 and 32
Oh,
within the last couple of years. You know what I'm saying? That's,
okay.
that's
Just
kind of
enough is
crazy.
enough. Huh?
I think Hugh Freeze is almost on the hot seat. They getting tired of it.
What about the coach from the Jets? What's his name? The black coach.
Came from the Lions.
Oh
Yeah, that.
yeah.
Yeah, that.
But it's his first year, man. I'm not.
Yeah,
I, man, you got a lot of work to do when you're a head coach, man. It's his first year. I was kind of hoping for him to not to beat the Steelers, but when the other games that they played, I was hoping they would. It's tough.
yeah, they compete, but there was a lot of penalties that
Yeah.
caused them to lose that game last night against the
They
Dolphins.
killed themselves.
They killed themselves. Yeah,
Because
they
I ain't
did.
gonna hold you. I thought the Jets probably was gonna come back when that defense got that stop and they was
Yeah.
right within, tying it up or getting close.
Uh-huh.
I was like, Jets might come back. And I was over there watching my partner. He was like, nah, they ain't. I said, I don't know now.
Yeah.
I don't know. Then that run game didn't really start getting. I didn't really see much of a run game from the Jets. Am I tripping?
Bryce Hall had. I think he ran for some yards. You know, they try to balance their offense off of the run first mentality anyway. But I don't know the stats, but let me I'll pull that game up.
Yeah, I was gonna pull it up.
Hold on, man. While you pulling that game, let me talk my mess, man. Shout out to Herbert, boy, when he hit that boy from Georgia and made him fumble, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my defense out there. They getting off Jackson. I need you to fix it. I don't know what you need to do. I need you to get your head around the ball. I need y'all to start talking. Lawson, everybody start talking. You feel what I'm saying? They injected one of my guys from that game, but let me tell you something. That Ty Simpson, all right, listen. You watch college football, Tony?
I'm always doing something on a Saturday, so
Yeah.
I don't
Listen,
really.
man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all my top quarterbacks that I see right now in college that could come out, or some of them might come out, some might not. Ty Simpson, one. Oklahoma back. Mitar, what's his name? Mitar from Oklahoma. Number
Yeah.
2. Let me see. Mm, That's my top 2. I'm trying to figure out who else I give it to. I give it to old buddy from Oregon. Dante. No. Reed. Reed for Texas A&M, number 3. That's number 3, man. That's number 3. But that's my top 3, man. I ain't even gonna hold you.